This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, February the 28th. I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Stephanie, and Jeff, well, he's got the night off. So let's get started. Gaga, ooh la la, yep. Lady Gaga is back and better than ever with a new song called Stupid Love. Watch this.
I want your stupid love.
The first listen, it is not a first listen song. But then, after a couple times, this is the third time I've heard it, and now I'm feeling it because I feel like I could be at Tracks, you know, the gay
you're
club
voguing?
here, and do my whole pose.
What are you doing right now?
She's living her best life.
It's a good song.
Terrible. If you ever give me a ride home, don't play that song.
Well, then I don't have to give you a ride home.
I'm just saying, it's a requirement.
I do think, like Erica said, you have to listen to it a few times. I think with Gaga, a lot of her songs are like that. You have to listen to it a little bit, and then you won't stop being able to play it.
It's not a first listen, but it is a hit.
It's a Katy Perry type song.
It's not a Katy Perry.
Not. It's a Gaga type
Lady
song.
Gaga type song, and it's going to be a club banger. I'm telling you.
You know what you forgot
I'll go
to
to
do?
Tracks tonight and bring it. I'll burn a CD like I used to in the nightclubs in Chicago. Bring it up to the DJ and be like, "This just dropped. It's hot. Play it."
There you go.
You went from this to that just hop. Like,
That's
you
how I
go
do
through
it. I'm
moves,
fluid.
But you forgot to do
feeling
this
it.
one.
I'm quad cultural. You know, I can
feeling it.
code switch a lot.
I'm in Dixon.
All right. Okay. Apart from the song, which
Sorry.
Erica clearly loves, we also have got to talk about Lady Gaga's love life. So she's dating a new bloke called Michael Polanski, and he's not in the biz. He's actually, well, quite normal. In fact, before Gaga, he was dating this woman called Lindsay Krause. She's a journalist at the New York Times. So imagine being her right now and finding out that your ex has basically moved on to the most famous woman on the planet. So how would you feel?
First of all, I just feel bad for her that she is all of a sudden the poster child of the regular woman. How did that happen? She is a very successful, accredited journalist at a very big publication. Like, she is successful in her own right. I understand that she is not Lady Gaga successful in terms of people knowing her name, but give the woman a break. I mean, I don't know how I would feel. If it was anybody, if it was someone famous, I don't know if it'd be as big of a deal, but if it was Gabrielle Union, then that would just hurt my heart.
Ooh.
That would be bad for you.
Oh, you wouldn't watch Being Mary Jane anymore,
I mean, I would have to love her just from afar. Kind of like I love her now.
Would you be bothered, Brandon?
I think I would love it. I would absolutely love it if I came on set one day and was like, "Hey guys, look at my ex's Instagram. She's dating Michael B. Jordan."
I don't believe you.
No, I do believe it because I don't feel that type of. I don't feel any sort of way about that. The only thing, I would pat myself on the back because I would be like, you know what? I just upgraded her. I taught her.
You're something else. You're something else.
I upgraded her. I taught her how to upgrade.
All right, well, whilst
upgraded her.
Brandon's busy massaging his own ego, right?
That's not massaging your ego.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
You upgraded
sure.
her.
Right.
Well, whilst he's busy doing that, our Prince Harry and John Bon Jovi teaming up for a duet. Well, the Duke of Sussex joined the rocker at Abbey Road Studios and met with the Invictus Choir. It's part of the Invictus Games, which supports wounded service members. But can Harry carry a tune? Let's have a look.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I guess we're going to never know because kind of left us guessing there, didn't he?
Oh, we're gonna know. We're gonna know because I mean they're gonna tease this. I love what he does when it comes to these games for the wounded veterans and everything that he's doing. Plus now this is him stepping out of. This is pretty much his first thing as not a douche and Dutch and Duchess.
A douche?
A douche and Duchess of Sussex. I got two things.
Not a douche.
That's something completely different. different.
But I love the message. I understand he looks a little weird when he's about to go in, but you got to think about it. Bon Jovi's, both of his parents served in the Marine Corps as well. So Core. It's Friday, Erica. I'm going Gaga with you. Like, let me go Gaga.
You're not doing nothing with
My
me, bro.
vocabulary is all messed up right now. Huh?
Listen. We cannot really understand who Prince Harry, or who Harry, as he likes to be called now, truly is. Give him a little bit of time to be himself. I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks since the man's been allowed to make movements with his body other than like
the most rigid robot known to mankind.
So he needs to figure his body out.
He does. Bless him. He'll get it.
Yeah, he will.
You know, might be the next Ed Sheeran. We'll see.
All right.
And in other news, Sofia Vergara just wrapped up Modern Family, and guess what? She's already landed a new gig. People magazine have confirmed that she's going to be a judge on America's Got Talent. So she'll be joining Simon Cowell, Howdy Mandel, and Heidi Klum when the new season starts later this year. And of course, we cannot ignore the fact that she'll be replacing Gabrielle Union after her controversial firing. So Erica, we all know that you and Gabrielle are basically best friends. So how do you feel about this?
You know, I think that it's two different issues because we've never really seen Sofia Vergara in this role before. So I don't want to comment on if she's the best choice or the worst choice because hasn't been an opportunity to figure that out. I do think that there was a lot of pressure to get a diversity hire female of color because the whole thing is about the idea of it being a toxic work environment, non-inclusive. But I always feel bad for both the person who is on the receiving end of whatever the controversy is, and then the replacement, because both of them are no-win situations. And I really do get the idea that although I believe myself to know Gabrielle and her character, I've always seen her to be a very upstanding person. And a big part of her success, especially in the later years, have been the fact that she has been so transparent and so real and really put an arm out and a hand out to help other people. Sofia Vergara, people seem to like her as well. But I think that when you're in those situations, it's like you're not the machine is driving you. So I don't know if this is a win for anyone.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Well, I think it's a win for the network.
Yes.
I mean, I do love Gabrielle Union, but I love Sofia. I love them both for very different reasons. But whenever I've seen Sofia, I've met her once in person when she was doing an affiliation with a coffee brand called Ninja, and I've never felt an energy like it. She was a whirlwind. And when I've seen her do other interviews and when I've seen her on Ellen DeGeneres show or things like that, her personality, she's hysterical. I also love Gabrielle Union, and I don't like what happened to her at all. And I think that was completely... I think she was really led down a garden path there, and it was awful. But I do think they've made a right choice with Sofia too.
Yeah, I think it's a big move for the network because remember they were talking about Gabrielle Union's social media impact, how she was getting the most retweets and most engagement. Well, Sofia Vergara has double her numbers on social media. And then I think about it in terms of Latin power. You know, there are going to be a lot of people who are going to watch because, you know, they love her. And you just look at the numbers that the Super Bowl halftime show had with J-Lo and Shakira. So I'm just looking at it from the network.
Yeah, I'm just uncomfortable with that situation altogether because now we're having a conversation about two women of color, like the black version and the Latina version, and putting those two together. Why does it always have to be it's a competition? Why does it always have to be a direct comparison? Like, we aren't even talking about the fact that there are some people on that show and in positions like this who really don't have any of the same impact, none of the same numbers. It's always like these women have to work twice as hard, be twice as fast, be twice as smart to even get a shot. So I don't even want to have the conversation to compare Gabrielle and Sofia Vergara because that's not a fair conversation. Let's have a conversation and compare everyone who's been sitting at that table, and then we have something to talk about.
Well said, Erica. That's awesome. And Justin Timberlake is weighing in on the Girl Scout cookie debate. Thin mints or Samoas? Well, JT seems to have a favourite. Let's have a look.
This one is for the Girl Scouts of America. We support you. Ooh! Ooh, do we support you? Samoas, I mean, I love coconut. So you can't... Samoas are my tip top.
So we've actually got some here. And I've never had a Girl Scout cookie.
Never?
Never,
Girl
ever,
Guide?
ever. Never had
No?
one. I mean, I was a Girl Guide back in England, but we never had these.
You didn't have cookies as a Girl Guide?
No, we didn't do that. We had to earn badges.
Can't get high on your own
Like how to
supply.
make
Earn the badges,
How to
too.
make a fire in that.
Okay, well, you start eating.
Not sell cookies.
Let's see.
Here you go. You too. There you are. Bite into it.
I already
Erica.
know.
Come on
Listen,
now.
I was a Girl Scout for many, many, many years. In fact, I was the top-selling cookie girl in all of my troops. On my honor, I will try to serve the cookie gods, okay? And I won every single time, so I got the badge.
So, wait, what's that
you
one
have to
taste
try
like? I've
this
not
one.
tried that one yet. Hang on.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Coconut and minty.
Yeah. Which one do you like better?
I already
I think
know.
the minty one.
Yeah.
The minty?
The minty.
Thin mint.
A thin mint. Apparently the calories on that one aren't that bad either, so it will keep you slightly thin.
I don't think so.
Oh, well, apparently, there we go, DBL's live coming up. I flew back home to London and hit the streets to find out what the Brits really think about the Megxit scandal. It's saucy, let me tell you. And next, it's Fashion Fix Friday. We're talking about the outfits that we regret the most. And I wonder who wore these baggy duds. We'll be right back.
Excuse me. I just want to challenge something right now. Erica Cobb saying that she sold the most Girl Scout cookies every year.
Every year.
Did
get a
you
prize?
did you pet the books or did what's the thing?
Have the books?
Yeah.
No, I sold the most cookies
So you
every
went
year.
door to
Do you
door.
get a present for doing that or a prize? Or do you
Yeah,
keep
it's
the
like,
money?
it's something super cheap. Well, it was something super cheap at that point. No, every year. Well, I also had some help.
Who
My
helped you?
mother
Okay.
was a teacher.
Okay.
And the key is, if your mama's a teacher,
You can tell them at
the
school.
school
The
is where
school
all the
is where
cookies
it's
are
all
sold.
So, but let's fast forward. Now we're doing Girl Scouts 2020. Sell DBL Nation some Thin Mints. No, not DBL Nation. Knock on my door, please.
Shot of the year.
Knock on my door. Just come on,
No,
Erica.
I'm doing
Improv.
DBL
Okay,
Nation.
all right, hold on. Hello.
Hi, DBL Nation. My name's Erica Cobb, and I am a part of Troop 4456. This year, we're hoping to bring the entire troop to Camp Wakataka for an entire week. Now, this is a very, very hard thing to do because, as you know, camp is very expensive. But we're trying to do it the right way. We're trying to do it the Girl Scout way. Honorable and noble. So I know how much Thin Mints mean to you. I know that you can freeze them and keep them all year round so that at Thanksgiving, when people ask, then you will have plenty for all of your relatives. So won't you buy 10 boxes? They're only $3 a piece.
How much that is?
That's $30, sir.
I got 28. Give me 9
28?
boxes. And keep a tip. Keep
Well,
a $1
sir,
tip.
I'll give you 9 boxes. And I'll come back with 10 more. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Please, right here.
And that's how it's done.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. That was a pretty good guess.
Welcome back to DBL. Are shoulder pads back? Well, I hope so. Plus, the panel's biggest fashion regrets. All this style talk must mean that it's Fashion Fix Friday. I'm here to give you lot the lowdown on this week's top style stories. So our first look takes us to the circus. Well, not the actual circus, but you'd have to be a clown to be seen in these pants. A London College of Fashion graduate created this line of balloon-like pants made out of latex, which already sounds like a nightmare material to stick your legs into. And they're inflated to become, well, a wearable blimp. I mean, dude, who are you kidding? Name one person that wants to look like a latex whale. I mean, usually when latex comes to mind, you think of something so damn sexy that your grandma would say it is a sin. But if you wear this, honey, you need to go to church to repent. And it looks like pants aren't the only things about to take flight. Gwendolyn Christie's shoulder pads seem to be embarking on a whole new journey where no shoulder pad has been before. Check out the Game of Thrones star at a fashion show in Paris, looking less ooh la la and more oh na na. Okay, everyone, I can hear you through the screens already. Yes, I know, I've got mini mountains on my shoulders, and the only thing that should be higher than these are kites, rent in San Francisco, and let's be real, Snoop Dogg. Ooh-wee. And finally, take a look at your screen. Is this the worst outfit that you've ever seen? Well, Robert Pattinson, who's wearing those depressing duds, told GQ this is his biggest fashion regret ever. The actor wore these to the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire premiere in 2005, and I tell you what, there's no spell to make this look any better, but I can't roast Robert too hard. Let's be real, we've all got our fashion regrets. Here's mine. My hair looks like it belongs to the Bride of Frankenstein. What was going on here? And I know, Brandon, you're calling me out, I hear you, but you ain't done much better, lad. Let's have a look at some of yours.
No, absolutely not. 2009, when I was with the Miami Dolphins, I got an invite to a party, and they said summertime chic. So I went and got some clothes.
Oh, you're like the broke Will Smith.
Yeah. All right, Erica, you're calling him out, but babe, have you got something?
I do. This is circa 2008. This was there was a lot going on here. Actually, that dress ends. We had to clip it because that's how short the dress was. So I was, I wasn't very, modest.
Oh, well, I think mine beats both of yours because it was horrendous. I mean, what was that? It was actually for a fashion show, but what were they thinking?
Yeah, it's very avant-garde. You're on the runway.
Yeah. I don't know.
You look very French and expensive.
Terrible. Well, thanks. I appreciate it, Brandon. Guys, coming up on DBL, guess what?
What?
Well, me. A couple of weeks ago, I flew back home to London to get to the bottom of the Megxit drama. What do people really think about it? Well, I'm going to be spilling all the tea, darling.
Lori Loughlin and her husband just learned when they'll be going to trial for the college admissions scandal. The couple says newly released evidence should exonerate them, but we'll have to wait until October 5th to see what happens. 6 other parents accused of bribing officials at USC will also go to trial that day, while 7 others will go to trial next January. I'll keep you updated. And here's a feel-good story for your Friday. A 22-year-old just won the biggest jackpot in Quebec's history. Get this, he's a bagger at a local grocery chain, and one day he just decided to buy a ticket from the store where he works. He hit the $70 million jackpot. Talk about some good karma. Good for him. This has been Fast Blast for you. Did you know that we're live during the breaks every hour on our show? Just go to Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and I'll be there to keep you updated on all the breaking news and developing stories. I'll see you then.
A large study of the coronavirus shows the vast majority of cases are not severe, but some experts say that is actually bad news. Let's connect the dots. The survey in China found that 80% of confirmed coronavirus cases were mild, with the patients making a full recovery. And medical experts say that is important information to keep in mind as panic starts to spread. But they also warn all those mild cases could actually help the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, to spread. Since the symptoms often look like a cold and cough, people could unknowingly be helping it spread by not quarantining themselves. And that's a problem because the other 20% of the cases were severe or critical, with a fatality rate of 2.3%. Compare that to the seasonal flu, which is 0.1%. So while it's important to stop the spread of the coronavirus, it's also important to spread facts, not fear.
Welcome back to DBL. It's been a month since Harry and Meghan shocked the world, saying that they're done with the royal family. Oh, the drama. But what do my fellow Brits really think of Megxit? Well, a couple of weeks ago, I hit the streets of London to find out. Have a listen. Hey guys, it's Stephanie here. I'm back home in London and I'm at the famous Trafalgar Square. There's red buses going on behind me. People are walking around eating their fish and chips. It literally doesn't get much more British than this, which is perfect because I'm here to ask my people what they really think about Megxit. Are you team Harry and Meghan or team Royal?
I'm team Harry and Meghan, definitely.
I'm Royal Family.
Royal family.
I think she's fame hungry. I really do.
Harry and Meghan.
We're Harry and Meghan, yeah.
What makes you say that?
I think that they've been very, very brave. They've stood up for what they believe is right for them and for their child.
Do you lot know as much about Harry and Meghan as us Brits? Well, get ready to play along at home because I'm asking British people, real or not real? Like deal or no deal. Do you get it? Okay, well, come on. Was Meghan a deal or no deal girl, like a game show girl in America?
I haven't heard anything about that, so I'm going to say false.
She was.
Oh, good Lord.
Was Meghan Markle one of the girls on Deal or No Deal?
No.
True?
I've watched too much Suits, what can I say?
Okay, is Meghan's real name Meghan?
True.
Nah, apparently she's called Rachel Meghan Markle. Did Harry propose while Meghan was roasting a chicken dinner at home?
I can't imagine her voice. No, I don't believe that.
Did they meet on a blind date?
No.
It's true, they did.
I'm not doing very well here, am I?
You're doing great, you're doing great. Okay, Harry knew Meghan was the one on the first date.
Ooh, that's bold, but I want to say false.
It's true, apparently.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think it was love at first sight.
Apparently it was.
Oh, really? Maybe I'm a cynic. I don't believe in love at first sight.
We'll be right back. Oh, no, we won't be right back because apparently we're talking for a minute. Live TV, what do you want me to do?
Well, you know, Stephanie, I'm looking at that piece. I think you did a great job. I'm like, Harry's intuition is a lot better than mine because I also thought that I had the one on the first date, and I'm sitting here just as
I think that's happened to a lot of us, though.
Yeah.
Erica's really not impressed with this.
No. I just, hey, I think maybe.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Let's go to commercial.
Harry knew himself and what he wanted a little more.
That's not true.
I think I'm right.
You need to stop.
I believe in Erica
I'm
on this.
serious.
You need
Brandon, you put too much pressure on yourself. Like, why? You're starting this new chapter. You just started living your life after football. Like, you are behind. You have to, catch up to where you want to be. You don't have to pressure yourself.
Pressure makes diamonds.
But it also, crushes a lot of things.
Okay,
Man.
I'm going to leave those two to leave that one on simmer, and this time we will be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hello. Guys, welcome back to Beauty Blast. I'm Jeray Banks, or at Jeray for the Slay, if you know what I mean. Make sure you're following on all social media platforms for the newest and best of Beauty Blast. Now today, I'm coming at you with some beauty gossip, and this tea is piping hot, y'all. Okay, let me go ahead and blow this off because it's ready, all right? Now, today we're talking about Wendy Williams calling out Iggy Azalea. Now, this happened on Wendy's talk show recently, in which Wendy Williams was actually speaking about Nicki Minaj's retirement. And she goes in at some point to start talking about Iggy Azalea and says, the Australian girl with the fake body, it's not even hers. Now, Wendy has some nerve to talk because we all know that Wendy isn't the most, all natural in the body business, okay? We can kind of see from your figure, girl, looking like a lollipop or whatever. Now, that's not any of my business. However, it was Iggy's. Iggy clapped back on social media, sending out a tweet saying, "Oh, you mean that crackhead that has a gossip show?" And that was definitely a shots fired moment, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick moment for that because Wendy just, woo, child, I don't know what to say for you, girl. Back to reality. Now, Wendy hasn't really came back and said anything, or nor has her camp, because let's face it, Wendy Williams is the queen of gossip. A little Australian queen talking some smack isn't really gonna hurt her, but we do have to face the facts that maybe we shouldn't be calling out people's drug addictions. Addiction is really something that is from your health and overall psyche, so A few people were clapping back on Iggy Azalea saying, is this really right, girl? Did you really take the right shot here? Because that kind of was a low blow, seeing that Wendy Williams was just in rehab last year. With that being said, I'd love to know your guys' take. What do you think? Was Iggy going too far? Or was she in the right since Wendy kind of called her out first? I don't know, I'm kind of on Iggy's side, but hey, that's just me. I'm a shady queen. If you guys have more questions or want to comment on Beauty Blast, right below, or find me on social media at Jeray for the Slay. We'll see you guys next time.
The push to reach voters before they head to the polls is causing our phones to vibrate and ring. And some of you have questions about whether texts from political campaigns are really allowed. Let's verify, starting with the Federal Communications Commission. The answer under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which prohibits unsolicited robo-texting. But if it's a real human who sends you a text, that is allowed. Campaigns can also take advantage of peer-to-peer messaging software to streamline batches of text while still requiring a human to click send. We asked the FCC about the rules of campaigns using P2P texting and found out it's still up in the air. There's a petition pending asking that very question. But Candace wants to know how campaigns are getting her number in the first place. Here's Emory political science professor Dr. Andra Gillespie with insight.
And the easiest way for campaigns to get a hold of phone numbers is when you sign up to get election updates or when you sign up to attend a rally or a march. There are also ways that you could get access to consumer data as well.
For instance, there are private companies that collect and sell consumer data. To sum it up, we verified it is legal for political campaigns to text you without consent if a human is behind the message. And according to Dr. Gillespie, texting can be an effective campaign tactic.
Text messaging, though not as effective as canvassing, can actually increase voter turnout, which is why campaigns turn to it.
Welcome back to DBL. More and more Americans are getting creative when it comes to paying their medical bills. We're chatting about it in today's Health Blast that's sponsored by eHealth. 8 million people have started crowdfunding campaigns for themselves or know someone that can help them cover the costs, and 1 in 5 Americans have donated to a crowdfunding campaign themselves. Another way that you can help are fundraisers. Elijah is a teenager in Texas. He's only 14 years old, but he wakes up at 5 a.m. every day to bake desserts so he can sell them to help pay for his mum's medical bills. For affordable quality health insurance, call eHealth at 1-800-850-0679.
Yeah, I mean, celebrities, we all go through this when it comes to having some sort of family member that's struggling when it comes to their medical bills. So I'm glad that the community rallies behind these GoFundMes and celebrities as well.
It's not about celebrities and community. When you're at the polls, make sure that you are thinking about healthcare reform so Elijah doesn't have to get up at 5 a.m. to bake cupcakes to pay for his mother's medical bills.
Have a great weekend, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Toodle pip.